LinkedIn, come on. Just trying to make sure all the things are happening. Periscope, online. Picarto, online. YouTube, online. And just Twitch is online, Facebook is thinking about it. Facebook doesn't seem to be wanting to join. I'm just going to put a note on there real quick. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna start. Ooh, heck. That didn't work out well. So I'm gonna try and have the chat show up here. Hopefully that'll be okay. But I'm trying to make everything finally work all at once, and I think I got my alert box fixed. So somebody subscribe or follow or super chat or something so I can test that. There's actually probably a way I could test that, but anywho, let's go to the chat. We've already got some people. Hello Suwana. Hello Crusho. Hi, making pancakes. Hello Antler Dart. Nice to see you. What up KCG Lee? Oh, hey Brienne. Thanks for joining. Nice Krug Smash. Antler Dart says, isn't it late for you? Yes, it is very late, but I haven't been able to draw anything for myself for a while, and I'm feeling that terrible feeling that I need to push that monster back down into a manageable place. So I'm going to draw a little bit for myself. Hello Donnie. Hello, and Merry Almost Christmas to Ice Cream Hero. Hap McDonald said, my phone said bap. What have I missed so far? Nothing, just saying hello to everybody. And Ice Cream Hero says, are you seeing the next Wonder Woman movie? It looks pretty fun. It looks really fun. But I haven't been able to get out of the house for. I will eventually see it. I guess I'll put it that way. Wild Berry Blast. Yeah, another stream. Thanks for joining. And Golden Gifts. Welcome. And The shoe blade says F. Does that mean something? Maybe I don't want to know. Just hello. So I'm going to get to drawing. So there's lots of things I've been sketching a little bit. I had this little dot. Still, let me just do a redraw of Gusto here. I'm still not wild about Gusto. I have very little gusto for Gusto. I'm just gonna flatten this and knock it back and just do a quick redraw. If you've never joined me for a live stream before, I redraw everything at least 5 times before I give up and just post it. Where my animator pencil at? You know, let's do smooth sketch glider. I'm liking the smooth sketch glider. It's got a nice texture. And I find that when things are not looking right, I need to go back to construction and really work that out and get my middle line, my center line. I have to center myself. But yeah, I've seen, I usually don't keep up to date on a lot of trailers, but there's so many trailers that dropped lately that I went on a trailer binge, and I think I'm caught up on all of the trailers that people are talking about. I'm super excited. And a lot of movies that look kind of good, like Wonder Woman looks interesting. I'm wondering why it's 1984 specifically, though. Does it have anything to do with George Orwell, or did they just pick 1984 because people find, 1984 vaguely familiar, and nobody can copyright a year? Yeah, I'm gonna make Gusto's mouth smaller. I think that's what's bothering me. But the original Wonder Woman movie, not the original, but the first Wonder Woman movie, I have really low expectations for movies these days. If it resembles a movie, then I'm just grateful for that. And it's not that I thought Wonder Woman was a great movie or even a good movie. I thought it was a movie. And this day and age, that's high praise for me. I walked out of theaters like, yeah, that felt like a movie. It felt like a movie. Instead of like a bunch of clips assembled with 30 minutes of crappy CGI at the end. And Wonder Woman did have a ton of crappy CGI at the end, but at least it was crappy CGI of humans and not giant robots and made-up aliens and stuff. At least it was human-shaped CGI fudgery. So I appreciated that. And I really like Gal Gadot. I realized I like her because she's an old-style film star where it's very much about her personal charisma as a person and not so much her acting ability. I feel like it's wonderful to be a fine actor that can just disappear into a role, but old-time movie stars, the ones I love the best, are the ones where it's just, I know it's them and it's their own good nature and good humor shining through. Like people like Cary Grant and Jimmy Stewart, where they were capable of really fine performances, but I wouldn't call them like great actors the way, people who get Oscars are great actors. Honestly, a lot of great actors I find lack, that they're kind of empty and lack personal charisma. And what I want to see in a movie star is I want a personality. And Gal Gadot just seems, Gal Gadot. She just seems nice. She just seems like a really nice person, and she looks so beautiful, but in a really friendly way. Like so many supermodels now are like they just sort of glare at you all the time, but she smiles and she's so pleasant, and it seems like such a small thing, but once you see it, you realize how missing it is in everything else. And so yeah, that's why I will be happy to see another Wonder Woman movie. And I'm going to get that center line here again. Uh-oh. Oh no, I hear the baby. Oh, she was sleeping so nicely. Maybe Daddy will get her. Let me listen for a minute. Quiet. Quiet. I don't like Gusto's eyes. Why hasn't there been a Gummy Bears reboot? That's something I would actually like to see rebooted. Except now they're time travelers and they have to make it in the big city. No, that's a terrible idea. Oh God. It's so bad. Somebody might actually do it. And apologies for no music. Gotta keep it kind of quiet tonight because everybody's asleep except for the baby, but it sounds like she's quieted down. I think Daddy got her. And also I'm tired of YouTube chiding me with scary emails about my music being claimed. And I don't know if you've noticed, but YouTube is really weird, like getting real persnickety lately. And I don't want to piss them off. I don't want to give them a reason to just shut me down. Paranoid? Maybe. But it's reasonable to think that these days. Uh-oh, I hear her again. Give it just one more minute. Cheat this real quick. And I'm going to do my cheating song whenever I use this cue. Like, I'm a cheating cheater. I love to cheat my lines. Cheating all the damn times. I'm a cheating cheater. Cheating all my lines. That kind of works. Aww. No, I lost something. I think he looks better there. Don't you hate it when that happens? Okay, I see. See, the chat is popping. I'm going to check in just 1 second. But if you have just joined and you don't follow or subscribe or anything, do me a favor and just do a little clickaroo, because I really want to test if my alert box is working. Also, that'd be great anyway, but I really want to test if my alert box is working. Or maybe, wait a second, I can test. Let's test. Whoa. That's too big. Okay. Wow. Somebody, a test donation for $88. I wish that was real. I gotta do a new animation too. There's so much stuff I want to do. So much stuff that doesn't matter. Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay, going back to the chat. Let's see, where did I leave off? Oh, F. There we go. Antler Dart says, do you know how long you'll be streaming? Well, it sounds like Nate was able to put Diana back to sleep. So for until 1, about 40 more minutes. Golden Gift says, wait, what's happening? I don't know what's happening. Hey, Ronald. Happy early holiday times. Hope you and your family have a good one. Thank you, Ron. Hope you too. Also, as well, that thing you said. Holidays. Oh, and Norihiko Matsumoto says, hi, first time seeing you live. Greetings from Mexico. Well, greetings to you as well. Hi, Ambitions Mint. Thanks for coming back. Ron says, Gusto. Now that's a blast from the past. Sure is, sure enough. I'm gonna keep his hair fluffy. I don't think I'm going to come up with anything better than I had originally, so I'm just going to keep that, sad as it is. I'll get over it. Do a big cartoony paintbrush. Maybe do a smaller palette so I still show a little bit of his arm. Well, here we've got just a case of me trying to redraw it because I didn't like the original sketch, and I just keep going back to the original sketch because I don't like my redraws. And that's why I haven't done much with this drawing. Hey, Krug Smash! $5 through Super Chat. Happy holidays, Joe. Hope you and your fam are having a good one. Oh, thank you. Yep, if we can just make our deadlines. For the first time in a long time, I've got some PTO, paid time off, which is awesome. 2 whole days. Hey, that's more than I'm used to. Oh, yes, back to the chat. Spencer says, have you ever tried pencil and ink? Like a actual analog pencil and ink? Sure, yeah, but it's hard for me to live stream that. I actually have a capture station set up here, so I eventually would like to try doing that, but that's just too much stuff that on the list to get to before then. And, ooh, got a new Periscope person, Undying DA Fish. Hello. And Wildberry Blast says, do you have any tips for any beginner artists or even artists who already started? I know you need to practice a lot, but what else do you prefer? I know it's very, all the general advice applies. Practice, draw every day, draw from life, draw inspiration from the inspiration of the people you are inspired by. Just to say, if you like an artist, find out who they like, and just follow that treasure trail to further inspiration. And share your work. And learn that my 4-year-old really loves to draw, but she gets frustrated very easily that she can't, like, she'll say, Mommy, draw me a unicorn. I can't draw unicorns. And I try to tell her, well, it takes practice. And she says, but I did. Like, she tried for a minute and couldn't get it. She's actually pretty good, but she's good when she gets in the zone. Like, she'll just sit down at her table and just start drawing, and I'll have to drag her away. Like, it's time to eat, it's time to go to bed, it's time to go to school. But when she's in that zone, she's enjoying drawing for drawing's sake, and she's not trying to make a good drawing, she's just drawing. And the more you find yourself in that headspace, the better it is. Oh dear. Okay, so I've got... Lord help me, but I like the original Gusto better. Let me just wait on that. Okay, I've got to go help with the baby, but I'm going to see if I can put her down in 5 minutes. Baby crying. If I can't get her to calm down, then I apologize, and I'll come back and fix that. But be right back. everyone's still here. Sorry about that. She went back to sleep. I don't know if that was 5 minutes or more, probably more. Let's quickly catch up on the chat. Oh, interesting question. Who was your go-to character when you were practicing drawing randomly? Mine is my own characters and SpongeBob. I think I just default to pinup girls. Because it's such a, I don't know, it's like comfort food. And cool, we've got some more people from Picardo. Oh, and Tom G. Hi, Tom. Aw, I'm gonna check that out. Sandra makes, really cool crochet art. And Mitzi is one of them. We use the blankets draped over the couch right now. And what program am I using? I'm in Photoshop. A lot of talk about the chair. Which chair? This chair. It's a brand new chair. It's pretty nice. It hurts my back though. Let's see, any more questions? Scrolling down. Yes. Feel like I'm listening to ASMR. I'm sorry, I have to whisper because everyone's asleep. Just got back. Why is everyone saying yep? I don't know. Brian says, I'm so sad that I missed your last live stream. Oh, don't be sad. You're here right now. And I am going to try one more thing. One more sad attempt of getting a good gusto. I'm just going to try. Try to just start from scratch. And try and capture what I really liked about the original. But just do it in a fun way. I think maybe I just need to figure out his proportions a little better. Why am I beach balling? And keep that jelly bean head. I just had a wild hair to draw. Gusto is Bob Ross. I was just in the toy and book store, and I saw there was a children's book about Bob Ross and his squirrels. And Talia watches Bob Ross sometimes when we're trying to get things calm in the house. She really likes him. It's very cute, and she recognized him from the book. Perhaps too much of a barrel chest. Oh, guess what? It's gonna be cheating time. Oh, I cheat with the transform tool. I cheat with it all the time. I should redraw, but it's too hard, and so I just don't rhyme at all. Oh, I cheat. Bum bum. Gotta come up with a better cheating song. You know, I might like that better. I really want this Gusto to be good. I want it to be the best Gusto possible without being, you know, the actual real Gusto. I think he's got kind of a flair here that I like. I don't know if it's the best pose. Well, obviously it's not the best pose. Nothing I do will be the best ever. But for the time that I have allotted, and I will let this simmer a while. Okay, for 10 points, who can name the song that I am humming? Have I ever tried to paint watching a Bob Ross video? No, but I know that's a sort of a YouTube thing. I'm not a good painter. I mean to be. There's a book I want to buy that I've convinced myself is going to be the key to getting me to actually learn paint and how to paint properly, do color theory properly. But for that I just need time. And that is something I really don't have. So yeah, my project, the only project I can sort of handle right now is sort of half-assedly trying to do my t-shirt ideas. And I really want a Gusto t-shirt because these do not exist and should exist. He needs more of a bend to make this work. Why do I have him leaning backward? It should be the same as the other poses. Okay, I'm actually liking this Gusto. Yeah, he's got stronger shapes than the previous ones. I'll let that simmer for a little bit. I'm going to do something easy. Lucy. I've always wanted a Lucy shirt. And oh, you wanna see cheating? I'm gonna cheat so much here. Yeah, just make sure I didn't warp that. So if you are not aware, I'm a huge fan of I Love Lucy, and the original logo and the original title sequence had these cute little stick figure cartoon characters, and the whole heart on satin thing was done for syndication. So on my I Love Lucy DVDs, they've had these animated openings, the originals preserved, and I just love them. They're so cute. And I just wanted to do a shirt that had the original I Love Lucy characters on them, but with, you know, my own take. Like, Ricky has this, like, weird lipstick on that I don't like, so I don't draw him with that. Just my paranoia. Okay, so I'm just gonna sketch on top of this logo. And then I'll do my versions of the stick figures. Hopefully CBS doesn't claim this. They've been really... I'm so mad. I spent a lot of time on my Galaxy Quest Star Trek parody shirt that they claimed. And I was like, this is entirely original. Artwork, at least. No, this isn't working. I did the stick figure before. Let me just Google search my own damn drawings because I'm too lazy to look it up. Lucy. Yeah, it's much easier to find it that way. This is my drawing that I did a couple years back. And just keep that in the upper corner for reference. So I don't have to reinvent the damn wheel. I should probably check the chat. Check the chat, 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 chat. Timo's here. Hey, Timo. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Johnny Appleseed, the Lord is good to me. Excellent, Mexican gamer. Excellent. And Krug Smash has the idea that I should create a Patreon, and I'm seriously considering that for the new year. Now, those 10 points go to, oh boy, Mexican gamer. Ice Cream Hero remembers the episode when they were fighting over the washing machine. That's more of an obscure episode. Good on you. When they're both, Lucy and Ethel are both pushing on it. It's just, that's really funny. I think it holds up incredibly well. Lucille Ball's performance, like she does the most ridiculous things, and even when she has like kind of cheeseball lines, like she sells it. And also, like, Ricky is really good too, and Ethel is really good. Like, not every line is a winner, but they really know how to sell it. The only one I don't think that has aged well at all is Bill Frawley, Fred Mertz, because I liked him well enough, I guess, as a kid, but now all I can see is his hands shaking all the time. And from what I know about Bill Frawley, he was just really struggled with alcoholism, and that's what the shakes were from. And it just makes me sad every time I see him, and that sort of delay in his line delivery. He makes me sad every time he's on screen, and I can't help but come up with my own idea of how Ethel ended up married to such an old man. And they have they make reference to them being on vaudeville together, and I imagine he was like this rakish 40-something vaudevillian, and she was like a 17-year-old ingenue, and they had a whirlwind romance, got married very quickly, and then the work dried up, their careers dried up, and their love for each other dried up too. And the only thing that saved them was some interesting tenants moved into their building, and it's a really sad story. Maybe someday somebody will do I Love Lucy, but from Ethel's perspective, and how her only joy in life comes from living through her best friend's crazy life. It's pretty sad. I guess maybe they already did that with Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, with Paula is sort of like Ethel. And they make reference all the time to how sad it is that Paula is ignoring her real family in order to go on adventures with her hip, young, crazy screwball friend, and is way too invested in her friend's love life and all that. They sort of dropped that angle in the show, but you know what? Let's never do that. Let's never do that, because it ended up being very depressing. The cynical world, it's just creeping in on all the things that I love. But my little girl loves Lucy. Whenever she asks to watch television, but I don't want her to vegetate in front of the television, I say, okay, we can watch television, but it has to be Lucy. And sometimes she's like, oh, but I want a cartoon. But I'll turn on Lucy, and she'll really enjoy it, and she'll ask me questions about what's she doing? What's going on? Do they have a new apartment? It's really funny. Okay. I think that's pretty good, Ricky. Oh, new messages. Oh, Zach Vega says, cough, heckling hair ending, cough. Oh, what was heckling hair? I know it was a Bugs Bunny cartoon. The ending of heckling hair. Remind me. Oh, is Nick here? Oh, Fluffcopter just subscribed. Thank you. That's like the 11th consecutive month. That's so funny. Nick, I think you do share the name with somebody who worked on Animaniacs. Unless, yeah, he worked on it in the later seasons. That's so funny. I never put that together. Like, I also have a friend named Adam Levine, and I had no idea that there was a super famous guy called Adam Levine. I just would see this name in the news pop up, like, why is Adam in the news? But no, he's a big rock star. And Cool Bread Guy says, my fave I Love Lucy ep was when Mo bonked Curly. Weren't. And Zach says, never even seen I Love Lucy, dang. I mean, I guess some people might not appreciate how basic it is, but if you're interested in performances, you must watch Lucille Ball from I Love Lucy. Her facial expressions and the attitudes that she strikes, I think it's a must watch for animators. A must watch. I'm saying that now. There's one episode, I can't remember what it is. I think Ricky accuses Lucy of gossiping too much, so she tapes her mouth shut and still wants to tell Ethel some juicy gossip, but she's like, I can't, because I have a bet with Ricky that I won't gossip for a day, and she does this kind of charades trying to tell some gossip without using words, and it's so brilliant. Oh, she's so brilliant, and she's one of my heroes, Lucille Ball. She's fantastic, and I'll stop now before I start talking about her for 45 minutes, but I read her autobiography. I've seen I've got like a million Lucy books. I went to the Lucy Museum at Universal Studios, and I was like, I know that. I know this publicity photo is from that movie. I listened to her episodes from the Suspense radio show, and I'm a huge Lucille Ball fan. And Hap McDonald says, having seen I Love Lucy dates a person. No, I don't think so. Lucy is timeless, and it's always been on television. I think it's still on television. It's the definition of timeless television. I will set up a Patreon when I have time to actually dedicate to working on my own stuff. Actually, I have a few projects that I really want to get to. One, what would you guys prefer I do? A cartoon, a very personal cartoon that I'm dying to do, or a book, a children's book, or a sketchbook of pinup girls. Of those three projects, what do you think I should do first? Personal cartoon, children's book, or pinup sketchbook? Ice cream hero. That's a good Lucy joke. Mr. Chestnut asks, have you heard of a 50s Hungarian comic known as Jusica? Like comic as a comedian or a comic strip comic? Yeah. And Brienne says, remember an episode of Lucy working in a chocolate factory? Yeah, that's one of the... That and the Vitamina Vegemin episode are the iconic episodes. Chocolate Factory is actually not near one of my favorite episodes. It's good, but there's a lot more that I think is better. Oh, and Inkwell says, have you heard about Freakazoid having a guest appearance in the 2020 Animaniacs series? Paul Rudd recently implied he's reprising the role at Warner Brothers on his Instagram. I saw that video. I was so excited. I love Paul Rudd's Instagram. He is so funny, but sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who thinks that. I don't understand how he has not had his own like live action sitcom, or just having his own movie, or he's so great. He's a great performer, and he's a brilliant writer, and Paul Rudd invented internet humor. Do you guys understand? He invented internet humor before the internet did. He's so brilliant, and everything that he does on his Instagram videos cracks me just the F up. And yeah, that video, he was doing his vocal warm-ups. What I love about Paul Rudd is that he's another link in that long chain of comedy where he's very fresh, he's very unpredictable, but everything that he does is rooted in comedy history. He understands it, he knows it, he respects it. And what's happened to comedy in the last decade or so has really been tragic. Just awkward humor has just taken over. Just the awkwardness of the moment. There's no setups, there's no punchlines, there's no payoffs. It's just it's all cringy. And The Office made it super famous, and I like The Office, and I've watched it a dozen times all the way through. I don't know why, especially when it got really bad. But oh, she needs her Lucy eyebrows. But I miss actual jokes. And Paul Rudd is, it's almost like jokes fell out of fashion. And it's been a long time since I've seen like a comedy that made me laugh out loud. There are exceptions, of course. Edgar Wright's films make me laugh. His TV show Spaced makes me laugh a lot. It's one of my favorite TV shows. But that was still done in the early 2000s. It's been a long time since Spaced. Yeah, and his last movie sort of got away from comedy. There's still comedic elements to it, but like, it's either people don't understand comedy anymore, filmmakers, or they just don't care. I feel like it's the latter. And that's why I was so nervous about the Animaniacs reboot, because, you know, all the cartoons now that are funny are just, they're not jokes, it's like random humor. It's just randomness and cringe and internet memes, and that's not what Animaniacs is. You need to be steeped in comedy history in order to make a good episode of Animaniacs. Because Animaniacs is still vaudeville humor. After all these years, it's like the last gasp of vaudeville humor, our last link to vaudeville humor, which is humor. It's like the Shakespeare of comedy that people should study and remember. Anyway, that's my soapbox. My whole point is I love Paul Rudd, and I'm excited that we might see some Freakazoid. It'd be better if Freakazoid got a reboot. I would much rather see a Freakazoid reboot than an Animaniacs reboot. I think there's a lot more potential to that. But, you know, nobody cares what I think. Oh, we're seeing personal cartoon, a new cartoon. Come on, yes. Go for the cartoon. Sounds like it's the one you want to work on. You're right, Sierra. Oh, we got 1 vote for sketchbook, cartoon. Timo says, do the cartoon. I value your opinion, Timo. If you say cartoon, yeah. Patreon that, Kickstart that, whatever you need. And Fluffcopter brings up the point that the children's book might take the least time, which means you'd get to the others sooner. Actually, I think the pinup sketchbook would take the least time. And the books would be to sell. Yeah, for sure. The cartoon, and the cartoon is, it won't be like Monkey Rag. It's, I want to do something a little more serious and personal. I just feel like if I do that and people are saying, "Oh, another cartoon from Joe," I might disappoint them because of what I want to do. I don't know. Oh, Hat McDonald had to look up Edgar Wright. Ant-Man. Oh, I wish he had stayed on Ant-Man. But no, he's Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, At World's End, Baby Driver. Jusica. I'm gonna look up Jusica. Jusica comic strip. Oh, she is cute. I'll have to look more into that. Coolbread Guy says, do I like Wes Anderson's humor? Kind of. Maybe. He doesn't make me laugh out loud, but... Yes. Inkwell is right. 40s humor was still heavily vaudeville inspired. That's absolutely right. It's like you got vaudeville, and there's this through line that goes from vaudeville, and all of those vaudevillians, when vaudeville dies, they're going into movies, they're going into radio. And so you have films and radio, like the Marx Brothers and Jack Benny. They're all vaudevillians, and they're carrying these timings, this patter, these setups, and these payoffs. And then you got television happening, and Lucy is really vaudeville inspired because she actually based I Love Lucy on her radio show, My Favorite Husband, slash a touring live show she did with her husband, Desi Arnaz. So a lot of these acts in the first few episodes were based on the acts from their traveling show, which I think was called Mr. and Mrs. Vaudeville. And it's just like all this great stuff, and you have all these great comic actors, and they inspire the next generation of comic actors. Like, so many people are inspired by Chaplin and Lucy and the Marx Brothers, and the Warners themselves are the Marx Brothers mixed in with Tom Ruger's actual children. And just in modern times, modern era, you just see this hard break from vaudeville and this denigration of slapstick humor, where understandably people dismiss slapstick because it's been done so poorly for the last half a century. But when it's done well, like on I Love Lucy, physical comedy is so great, and it's so hard to do. But people think, oh, it's so lowbrow, because you've only ever seen it done very poorly by untalented actors in recent years. So, yeah. Oh, Carolina, that was a very kind thing to say. Thank you. Matt McDonald said, okay, Paul Rudd is not the same as Paul Rudd. Yeah, that's true. What's my favorite modern cartoon? Your newest fave is Gumball. I liked the earlier seasons of Gumball. I haven't seen too much of it, but I just sort of catch it every now and then. It just seems like the later seasons got a little too internet humor, a little too random. I still like when there's humor that comes from personality, and the earlier seasons of Gumball seem to have more of that. I really liked Gravity Falls. The Mickey Mouse cartoons are really well done. I just wish they weren't Mickey Mouse. I wish they were new characters. But there's an element of the Mickey Mouse cartoons have sort of a John Kay flair to them that I don't like. I think John Kay is super, super talented, but there's like this level of disgusting, like a diseased quality to his expressions and his character designs that just puts me off. It's just unappealing. Vincent says, can I draw the Three Stooges? Maybe, yeah. Okay. Actually caught a sign off right at the right time. So long, cool bread guy. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna finish up. Oh, it's already past 1:30. So I'm gonna finish this Lucy. Maybe slap it on a t-shirt before I hit the hay. shouldn't be too hard. I've been very chatty. Excuse me. Hope the mic didn't pick that up. Oh man. I'm gonna cheat with a transform. I'm gonna cheat now by using the transform tool and maybe the perspective tool and definitely the skew. I should redraw this, but I would like to save some time by cheating here and now. Better? Worse? Maybe I should end this quest to find a cheat song. Maybe I should think of a song that actually says the word cheat. What is there one? Your cheating heart? Ugh. When I was in a band, the first ukulele player kept saying we should do Your Cheatin' Heart, and I kept promising I would learn it, and I think I listened to it once, and now I regret it. John, I'm so sorry. I should have listened to ya. I should have listened. It's interesting that you think drawing stick figures would be easier, but it's hard to get the pose I want with the clarity I want because there's so little information to work with. That doesn't read. To figure out another way. There's got to be another way. That's better. Oh, and Timo says, Arrested Development, The Good Seasons. That was the last comedy that I thought took the time to set up jokes and things that will pay off even bigger later on. I agree. Yeah, I hate the new episodes of Arrested Development. I really do. I mean, I watched them hoping that it could recapture some of that, but it's, the original seasons of Arrested Development had this, even though all the characters were really awful people, there was sort of a sweetness about the show, like a childlike innocence. And the new seasons were just so, they're all so mean-spirited. her dress was just a little bitty too long. Oh, I didn't mean to take so long. Yeah, I don't think these character designs are... I don't think I can do the shoulder thing with these stick figures. Oh man, I'm just cheating all over the place. That's a bit better. It's an idea. For a little Christmas Hanukkah thing. My daughter had a class assignment, I guess, to talk about family holiday traditions. And I tried to explain to her that Mom is Jewish, but we celebrate Christmas. Daddy's not Jewish, but your grandma and your grandpa are Jewish, and she doesn't understand. And I barely understand. I'm learning so much from reading the PJ Library books that get sent to us for her. And then I'm like, should I talk about the Soviet Union? And is that too much for preschoolers? So I thought I would do like a Merry Hanukkah shirt with a Hanukkah bush. It's just like full of dreidels, and Santa's in a blue and white suit. With teeny tiny feet. I've always liked Santa with mittens. return to that later. Yeah, if I was more ambitious, I would go and try and find an actual typeface that could mimic this well, but God, I hate searching for fonts. I hate it, hate it, hate it. And sometimes I'll luck out, and if I'm looking for something specific enough, like the Coca-Cola font. Ow, my legs. Ow. Dang. What was I saying? Yeah, the Coca-Cola font, that it's pretty easy to find, but yeah, this is why I did not study graphic design, because I do not have the patience for type and all that implies. Can't translate, work for the government. Okay. Okay, let's put this together. Let's get the characters, each on their own little thingamadoob. I'm still cheating, I never learned my lesson. That's pretty cute. I think that would make a neat shirt. Yeah. Let's do this. I'm going to take this into a new file. Let's see, how big is this? I'm going to size up this sketch so that when I cleans it up, oops, that's not work. I love Lucy t-shirt design. What are you doing? You should have put an underscore. Getting too big for your britches. Okay, let's see. Grayscale. What's your favorite plant to draw? I have no idea. And Eagle says, the later Mickey cartoons dropped the gross out elements almost entirely. That's nice. Or, yeah, I guess if you throw me some titles, I'd like to look those up, because I think the Mickey Mouse shorts are masterfully done. I think they're fantastic. I think there's something that does not appeal to me about them. Fluffcopter says, yes, Untitled 5, my favorite file name. let's start with the easy one first. Gonna ink this up. Now I get to decide what is my favorite inker. Or should I do something rough? Yeah, I kind of like that. That makes it seem like the original. The original stuff seemed a little bit rough. Oops. Ugh, what program am I in? Here we go. Oh, it's already 1:30. Bollocks. I promised myself I'd be in bed by midnight. I'm just gonna get this heart done. Nope. Quick. Gotta do quick in one stroke. Quick in one stroke. One stroke. Nope. Close. Getting there. Did the sound effect help? Shabam! Nope. It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. I'm feeling so bad. I hope they make the music dreamy and sad. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. So make it one for my baby and one more for the road. You wouldn't know it, but baby, I'm kinda like a poet, and I've got a lot of things to say. And whenever I get gloomy, you just gotta listen to me. need to learn that song. This might actually be a little too rough. Well, I'll probably finish this off tomorrow. But I've got some other ideas that I'm kind of excited to do. I really want to draw Rogue. I think I found a style that I liked. I'm gonna finish her off soon. And also, I watched the Harley Quinn trailer and it just looks so not Harley Quinn. And then I realized, oh my gosh, this is Birds of Prey. So I thought I would try my hand at doing a Charlie's Angel style Birds of Prey. But the way they actually look with Black Canary, Huntress, and Oracle with little bat ears just because. So that's something I'm going to be working on. And yeah, I'm going to get this Gusto shirt done at some point. Gusto. What if I took your tilted head and tilted you this way, like those guys instead? I kind of like that. I'm not sure. Let me just make a copy. Try this again. And I'm going to sleep on it. See how I feel about it next week. Shaboom. Okay, and dot, just to prove that I actually finished something once upon a time. Okay, let's look at the chat. Oh wow, Inkwell, you had a lot. Springtime. I can remember springtime. Oh, somebody ducked out. Good night, Mark Anime. Oh, here's the easy question. How do you do the rotating document trick in Photoshop? Just press R. Oh, wait, well, you have to be in this mode. Just keep pressing F until you get this little icon when you press R. Shaboom. There you go. F, R, F, and you're back in the full screen where you can't really, the hand tool doesn't really work. But if you get into the mode where the hand tool does work, then R will rotate for you. Shaboom, shaboom. Yeah. Maybe next time I'll talk about my thoughts on Harley Quinn. She's not Harley anymore. I mean, she isn't. She's a completely different character than how she started. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna be shutting it down for the night. I am really late for being asleep. And thank you everyone for joining, and thank you Krug Smash for the super chat. That's my I'm trying to remember things dance. I remember. And all the normal stuff applies. Follows and likes and videos and my TeePublic. I had that dot design and a JFK from a Clone High design. So here's my merch, just in case anybody is so inclined. That's my one project right now. So good night, everybody, and catch you soon, hopefully. Bye. Shabu.